Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Taiko World Cup 2024. I'm DryonX, joined by Yongin, and we're here to present to you Peru versus Poland. How are you doing today, Yongin?
I'm not feeling too well after what happened 2 hours ago. But still, I guess I'll be still here casting another fun match. Hopefully so, because we have been only seeing sweep so far, and I don't want it to happen
Yeah,
again.
but hopefully these teams are... I don't exactly know how some of the earlier matches in the day went, but at least compared to the last one, the seeds are closer, with 29 versus 20.
Yep. However, I would say, in my opinion, that Poland is a little bit underseeded. I think 20 is definitely something not up to par on their skill. I think they can be top 60 around over there. They were one of the few teams that actually managed to get to a tiebreaker against the higher seeded team, which is Turkey, last week.
Yeah, Poland losing 5-4 against Turkey, while Peru lost 5-0 against the United States. But regardless, hoping to see a close match now. This is a loser bracket, so whichever one of these teams wins will advance, while the other will, unfortunately, it will be the end of their TWC run.
Yep. I would say Peru definitely more specialized on speedier skills. Your usual no more 3, no more 5 streams, or DT pools or hard rock pools and such. Meanwhile, Poland is, I would say, a bit more anti-speed team. Like, I won't say they are completely anti-speed. They still got 3 FC on the speedier skill on the speed map number 3 last week. But speed, I would say, is definitely one of their weakest skill sets. But we're gonna see Peru actually banning out Hard Rock 2 instead, which is quite surprising.
Talking about speed maps, but our faster hard rock pick being the first map to go. And Nomad
Yeah.
2 being the second.
Okay, that's actually also kind of surprising from Poland. Oh, not as surprising as the Hard Rock 2 ban from Peru. As Peru, I would say the main weakness is more closer on the HD pool, unless their really good player actually show up this week. Hopefully he does.
And starting off with our gimmick pick in Nomad 4, it seems.
Alright, that's also pretty surprising pick as the higher seeded team.
One of them saying sight read time. Not exactly the thing you want to see in a TWC match.
Yep. Alamagno is saying sight read, which Alamagno is actually really good at gaming. And I believe he should be able to do well on a deck like this if he actually practice. But still, he is a really well-rounded player outside of speed hard rock, I would say. And then getting Denki in, who is also pretty decent at gimmick. Frappy gamer, not so much, but still should be able to handle this pick. I would say this now is one of the easier in terms of gimmick, and Poland we got nickname 2500, which has been showing up really strong on the gimmick picks. Person is known as Bernard before, basically able to play everything, especially in this stage. So does Nicholas, who is a new upcoming player from Poland, and mostly focus on gimmicky stuff and tacky stuff. Not the best at speed, but other than that, he should be very well rounded and able to handle them. So really decent pick from Poland stuff.
It does seem like a lot of people have been picking this gimmick chart first.
Yeah, especially gimmick is just a skill set that you can grab a nice point on.
I don't know. I feel like in a lot of the that I've either been in or casted, that the gimmick chart, once you get to a certain level, is just avoided like the plague.
Yeah, especially this one is actually quite time to do. A lot of the patterns, a lot of the gimmicks are not repeated. Not repeated to a point that just keeps happening and never stops. But this part has like a certain way of telling you, oh, the gimmick starts here and then the gimmick ends here. It's very clean that players like playing types of gimmicks.
Yeah, but this chart mainly just has a lot of really weird things with the way sliders interact in Score V2. But we do see a lot of early misses coming from Fabry on the side of Peru, so Poland taking an early lead.
Yeah, not the best stuff for Peru. Seems like the supposed to be high ranked player, Chan, is also not here again, which will be pretty bad for their team honesty. Other than that, Alamagno doing really well on this pick so far. Slightly question mark, but like I said before, he's a really good gimmick player.
Yeah, and most of these gimmicks aren't terrible to sight read, though, like I mentioned earlier, some of these sliders can really catch you off guard because of Score V2.
Yeah, but still, FCing this in sight read is actually kind of insane. He's matching Score with Niblet so far, which actually funds a brick, the only brick on the Polish team. And then Croissant and Nickname 2500, as expected, really good accuracy so far. Nickname 2500 has been only playing gimmick pick basically in every week, and he gets some gold accuracy every single week. And we're gonna get into more SVs and more Bala gimmick, and Nickname 2500 does find break. Still, an FC from Croissant with a 99.69. Really great performance from him. Alamagno with the FC matching him, but due to his accuracy, his score is a little bit lower than Nickname 2500, and that's going to be the first point though for Poland.
Not an FC from Alamagno, apparently finding a miss at the beginning that I don't remember seeing, but who missed for what is supposedly a sight read is quite good.
Yeah, definitely. I guess he's missed at the start. The SV transition. Alright, Peru picking hidden one. Interesting. I am definitely did not expect Peru to actually pick this map, as they are not a hidden team. Like Dinky and Alamagno could handle this pick, but they usually have a third player issue on next pick. And then Poland, I would say, have three pretty decent hidden players. Niblet especially, and then Croissant, also pretty decent at hidden. However, Poland also has a wildcard player, Pitbull, who is basically focused on HD only, and then their third big player, Dynacta, is also quite hidden focused. So I would say the entire team is definitely more HD team for Polish side. So yeah, pretty surprising pick from Peru. I've seen Fabry Gamer 84 play hidden, and then I don't think he's the best in that skill set from what I remember. Actually, no, never mind. I am wrong. Okay. I must have remembered the wrong Peruvian play. He's actually play hitting quite a bit. Okay, now that makes sense as a pick.
Hidden 1 is always just such a weird map, because sometimes it's doable for a lot of people, other times it's so slow that even the good hidden players can have issues with actually being consistent and not missing. But we're in round of 16 right now, so with 4.72 coming in at the star rating, it shouldn't be to that point just yet.
Yep. This map, the start is actually the hardest. quite memorize heavy if you're not that good at hidden. So that's basically the hardest part of it. Other than that, most of the map is quite relatively readable, but the gimmicky SVs could have made players find drops left and right.
Yeah. And it appears we'll just about to be getting to the match right about now.
Actually, a pretty decent HD roster from both teams. Now that I think that makes sense. Okay, yeah, it was last week HD1 that Fabry Gamer got a 500k on, but this one is a lot more readable, if I say. Like a more practicable rather than readable. Last week has a lot of 1-6, which I think that definitely plays better for Fabry gamers. However, they're facing, I would say, quite a strong HD team, so picking it is definitely quite brave from Peru. Alright, here it comes.
4 players having a lot of issues at the beginning, and actually everybody just missing a lot, but Poland getting the better of it so far.
Yeah, Dynactor, definitely eyes on him. He's so good at HD, so does Stinky and Lamagno. So far, they're finding quite a bit of drops, probably actually able to practice this map in actually FC this map in practice, but this map it's just so brutal when in actual match tournament due to nerves. And now that Poland is really thriving that lead. Another slow session gonna make Dynactor, Fabry Gamer, and Hassan all finding breaks left and right. Fabry Gamer missing a few more times. So I guess my expert was actually correct from Fabry Gamers, even though he has hidden quite a bit of hidden in his top place. But seems like slow hidden is definitely not his cup of tea.
Hidden can be good on some harder charts for rank, but those charts tend to be a lot faster and have reasonable SV speeds compared to this, which is just so slow.
But that's all the slow part. Now it comes to the quick part. A bit more gimmick session. It's just DK and Fabry Gamer. Let's count those patterns. We're finding quite a bit of drop, and so does traded by Thinky and Niblets. Now here comes the weird doublets, and also makes Lamagno and Dynactor miss. Only combo is croissant. Why I'm kind of surprised that Peru did not ban on this pick.
Yeah, this definitely seems like it would have been a very good ban, so you gotta wonder how scared they are of the other chart by blanking on what they banned, but
they banned a Hard Rock too. I guess they just don't want to shout together.
But that is a break point for Poland by a really sizable margin.
Really nice scores from Dynactor. 15-100 and 15 misses. Not the best in combo though, and that definitely made him lost quite a bit of scores. I definitely think with that accuracy, and he could have gotten a bit higher score than 915k. Probably actually even able to FC this in practice. But sadly, it's the match. Croissant and
only get one shot at it.
Yep. And Croissants and Niblets still have the 800k, so does Lamagno. Pretty decent scores from them. But now, after that, let's see what Poland's gonna pick. They have quite a lot of wiggle room, and they're just gonna go for hidden too. Alright.
The more standard of the hidden charts.
They really want they really wanted to take the hidden point instantly. But one funny thing is that Lamagno actually hits 40 more 100s compared to Dynax's last map, but he actually managed to get almost the same score due to the combo count. So the last map, due to the low combo count, really ranks in for Peru. And we see an interesting swap from Poland. We see the HD specialist that I was talking about from the Polish team, Pitbull, joining in. So some new face here.
We do have both Mario and Luigi for the diff names for our hidden picks, and I believe this is the first match that both of them have been picked. Or at the very least, is the first one that they've been picked consecutively.
Yeah. I don't think Hidden One has been not banned yet, so I think it's only not banned in one match. And
Yeah, it was not banned in the last match. The last match, I believe, last match banned Nomads 1 and 2.
that's very surprising. But other than that, I think it was banned out in every single other match. So yeah, we're gonna see Mario and Luigi. And this map actually plays quite similar compared to the last map in terms of S3 reading. However, it's a lot more comfortable to read.
For sure.
I like how Dinky is asking Pachi King to play HD, and then he just said no.
It'd be like that.
I actually faced that player in Footage Title World Cup, and he's completely no HD player. So, and I think, and Dinky was his teammate, so he knows. And then I think he just asked as a joke. But yeah, we're not gonna be seeing Pachikin on the spec, so most likely gonna be these three again. And with this being a lot higher SV, I do believe that Ferrari Gamer should do a lot better in this pick.
Yeah, if you're not too familiar with Hidden, this should definitely be the easier of the two charts to play. It is a long one though, coming in at 254.
I'm gonna worry about the latter half for Peru, the 1-6 session. Knowing that some of the Peru players are not the best at handling 1-6.
Yeah, this
Oh,
chart
see?
certainly does have a lot of it.
Yeah, especially the mostly on that other half, and I would say that's usually where the difference comes in. Even though they are comfy to read, they are still kinda rough to play. And we already see Ferrari Gamer doing a lot better compared to the last pick. And the HD specialist from Poland, Fitwell, is still double S-ing the map with the really good accuracy play as well, Dynaxa. Two players definitely gaming for this pick.
Dinky finding a miss in the first 1-6 in the map though.
Not a good sign for Peru.
Niblet does get a miss though. So we may see the lead start to go in slight favor of Peru, potentially.
That's actually quite a big drop from Niblets. I do believe
Ooh,
Peru
everything
could
a
have
miss.
taken that. Unfortunate for Peru. Another chain of misses from Ferrari Gamer, now dropping down below Niblets. That's gonna be a very nice advantage. 500,000 points advantage to Poland. 100 from Dynaxa, and I do believe 4 from Critwell.
Critwell, that miss might hurt. Still 70k points in the lead, but it always hurts to lose an FC.
Not even just one. It's gonna be the second time he finds a break. Still on the 99%. And Niblets slowly catching back up as well. Not the best in terms of accuracy. But the combo is definitely there. And the Magno is falling behind Dynaxa, but Dynaxa is just so good at hacking. Still only 200 so far.
Fabry with another miss. But the ending can get quite difficult.
However, I'm only more worried about Peru on the ending. And here it comes.
Right with another miss. Niblet misses as well, but both Ale and Fabry finding misses.
The person who actually finds the 1-6 drop, I think he's holding up really well on this. Actually beating out Alamagno even. That's kind of a big surprise for me. But Dynaxa is just so good at acting. Stay with the FC. A little of the choke from Niblet again. It's gonna make the scoring a little bit closer, but still 100,000 points difference, leading to the ending. That's not going to be a point. That's going to be a point for Poland, not going to be a point for Peru.
4 100s coming out for Danutka. That's crazy to see. Especially when the next closest in the lobby is 25 with 8 misses. Very impressive showing.
Yep, very good play from Dynaxa. She is just fantastic at these skill sets.
Nomad 3 being the next selection from Peru.
Alright, this is more of a Peru pick, okay. I have no idea what is the hidden one pick, but now this is definitely a more Peru pick. And I think they definitely have a chance on a pick like this. I think the reason is because Tachikin was not here until the last map, and then after he's finally here, they can definitely start on with some map, with this map.
We'll see. I mean, Tachikin is coming in for this map. Our speedy pick. 276 BPM.
Yeah, and we do see Dynaxa gonna be swapping out as she's not. She doesn't like playing. She hasn't been playing speed for Poland, and usually swap out to either nickname or square speed, which is definitely the speed player for the Polish team. And Niblet's gonna be staying in, so does Croissant. Croissant's probably gonna be able to access this every day. Speed is definitely his cup of tea. Piece of cake on this map, 276, nothing to him. Alamagno and Dinky, also the two main players for Peru, is going to be staying in so far. And what an old song. Great man. I remember hearing this like back when I started Osu, like 10 years ago. 10 to 9 years ago.
I can't say the song in particular is familiar with me, but definitely does have that older style of Vocaloid in it.
Yeah. Even the remember the back in the old time standard foul or and awake style of mapping. Even though this is taiko, and I would say this map is actually quite modern in terms of mapping. Very rollable, very comfortable to play even. It's all based on your raw speed.
Always do like to see that. And here we go.
Alright, this should be Peru's chance. A lot more makes sense pick in my book. I'm ready to fire back after the 2 HDs. Any FC is going to be valuable on this pick. Now we kind of say this is a little bit weakness on Poland, but the first pick actually comes from Alamagno.
Yeah, one of the things with these speed maps, especially earlier into tournaments, if you're fast enough, it's pretty much just an accuracy battle. So you can see on some of the Polish players, if you have that raw speed, it becomes way less of a struggle. It's a snowball effect.
Yeah, Croissant is extremely good at speed. He's having no trouble. The main eye I would look at is definitely Niblet on a map like this, as he is usually not the best speed player, as I team with him in some other tournaments, and doesn't have like really good score on speed, but so far he's doing quite well.
Actually,
Chicken finds a break.
100,000 point lead in favor of Poland right now. Only a third of the map left. It's not terribly long, only 219.
Only combo left from the Peru is Dinky, who has been performing quite strong in this match. But once again, he is being countered off by 3 FCs on Polish side. Double S even from Croissant.
Hatchikin finding another miss. I don't want to speak too soon, but it's looking very unlikely for the Peruvian team.
And as the longer pattern comes, it's going to make Peru struggle a little bit more in terms of score. As now the lead has been extended 240,000 points, can be extended to 250,000 points, and that's going to be the second breakpoint for Poland, and they will be in the match point.
Yeah, and SS coming in from Croissant.
What do you expect, guys? One of the best speed player just performed out of his mind on one of the early stage speed picks.
You gotta appreciate how weird the finisher recognition is. See, look at Dinky with 75 hit finishers, while Croissant has 16 registered.
Yeah.
Oh, always interesting to see.
Interesting stats is that I think nickname actually skipped a little bit finisher because his score and Niblets is actually really close, and Niblets gets like 30 more than just than him. So I do believe nickname skip quite a bit of finishers. And speaking of finishers, we're gonna be seeing a finisher map on the number 1 pick from Poland.
Oh boy. This is Breakpoint, and this is Poland's pick, so if they can just win their own map, we will unfortunately walk away with another sweep.
Yep, and yeah, it's not looking too well for Peru. Not too sure how. I really think Alamacno should be fine on this pick. Not too sure about the rest of the 2 players on a pick like this. Poland's gonna be swapping in their DDKK players. Squeeze Me, Manipulate Soul as a DDKK. And of course on the finisher pick. Technically this pick is more like a well-rounded, different skill sets pick. However, the hard part is definitely the finishers.
Yeah, when it comes to these nomad ones, which are generally, like you said, the all-around pick, general, like, consistency type pick, a lot of, like, general skill sets kind of don't necessarily apply. Because sometimes you're just good at charts, sometimes you're just bad, you know? It's all just dependent on how the players are feeling on each team. By the way, there's just a casual 100 roll by one of the players before the match starts.
That's confident, and maybe that's a good news for Peru. Let's see how Dinky performs on this. I'm very interested to see. And so does Pachikin. And 2 Bongo players from the Polish team. Nicholas and Squeeze Me, and then Croissant, of course, should be now in every pick. Unless you're quick enough, then you can just ghost tap all the not ghost tap, but single tap all the finishers on the hot session. First 1-6.
Actually finding a miss, but rather get the miss early than later.
I didn't saw that miss, my bad. But that's going to be a second miss on Pachikin. Thankfully, it's a start, like you said. Not a huge deal so far for Peru.
Croissant finding a miss, actually. But still, with all the misses that have come from Pachikin, score lead will still be in Poland's favor, and already at 45,000.
But the hard part is going to start right here. See how everyone handles that pattern. Pachikin's the only one finds a break. Nibbler's also going to be trailing back one. He's missing quite a bit in this card.
All that stuff I said about consistency maps earlier, just disregarded. This is a tech chart.
Oh, that's a tragic miss from Peru. All brick on that KDDDK. Now onto the speed. Nibbler's finding quite a bit of breaks, and three-way break on the 1-6, a four-way break from 1-6. Only Croissant is having any sort of combo for both teams.
Yeah.
And that's not looking too well for Peru.
Still have a third of the chart left, but 137 is an absolutely massive barrier to overcome.
Croissant only having one break basically. Probably 1 to 2 100s so far on this pick. No FC, but still a really nice accuracy play from him.
What someone said in the chat, I do agree. This does kind of feel like the way a tiebreaker would be made.
Yeah, it does. This SSON having quite a bit of skill sets. Multiple skill sets, and one more hot pot left. Gonna be making Pachikin finding more drop. And if it wasn't over, it's this final nail in the coffin for Peru. And that's going to be Poland advancing to the quarterfinals weekend as Croissant miss the last notes with Niblets. Last couple of notes. Ending the match
Sometimes that
with
happens.
a sweep. Yep.
No FCs coming in from anyone, but 967 from Croissant being the highest score of the lobby.
Actually, pretty nice score from Alamaklo, by the way. He beats out both Niblets and Squeezed Me, and think he's actually matching both of those either. So only the difference was Croissant's beating out Pachikin by quite a bit margin, but that's basically the highest seeded difference between these two teams. Once again, GG well played to both of these teams, and I do believe Peru finally qualifying for the first year ever in taiko. They should be pretty happy that they qualified already, despite having quite a unlucky issues that they were missing quite a few one of their best players. So
Yeah. It's unfortunate to see the end of Peru's run, but it is, at least for the Polish fans there, it's great to see your team advance on to the quarterfinals.
Yep.
Or at least the next round. I actually don't remember how the bracket's set up.
Yes.
But
Yes, they will be.
they're moving on. That's what's important.
Yeah. Yep. But anyway, Poland will be advancing, like Driak said, which we'll be seeing some of those players again next week for Peru. Good luck. Maybe next year that their players, they will get enough players in the team and probably don't have issues about missing players and actually advance and actually having all their players sets for the team. It will be a really interesting story for them.
Alright, and now as we move forward into the rest of this weekend, we have Czechia versus the Russian Federation starting in about 26 minutes. And then wrapping up today, in about 5 hours, we'll have Chile versus Canada.
Yep, so stay tuned. We still have a few more matches to come for today. Hopefully, we will finally see a match that isn't a sweep, which
Hopefully.
we'll find out.
At the very least, I do believe the Chile-Canada match is an upper bracket match, so
And that's actually
generally those
8 to
tend to be a
9.
little closer, I would say.
Even is 8 to 9 seeded, honestly, so could be interesting. But yes, that's
We're
going
just
to
hoping for
be-
non-sweeps here. I don't want to. Don't need to pick sides or anything. I'm just hoping to see more maps be played.
True. Same. So definitely give some energy to some of the teams we'll see in 25 minutes. Czechia versus Russian Federation. My name is Yongin, and joining with me today we got Giox. Seeing you guys in 25 minutes. So stay tuned.
Cheers.
Yeah, we got you.